Hi guys, it's Tobias again on the Man City Fan TV channel, and today I'm going to preview the second game, Manchester City against Hoffenheim on Wednesday. Let's go! So the first question anyone wanted to know is how Hoffenheim's season has been so far. And to say that, I'm looking at their system. They play a very similar kind of system when we play 5 at the back. They have 3 very technical gifted center backs and 2 wing backs which are attackingly minded. They also have a very attacking-minded midfield with Kramaric, who is probably their best player this season so far. He's been absolutely outstanding. And they also have 2 very good strikers. But their problem has been most of the time that they score many goals. I mean, they score 30 goals in Bundesliga, which is the 3rd most highest. And also they scored in every Champions League match they played. But the defense has been their problem. They concede so many goals. I remember 2 weeks ago they played against Hertha Berlin and they were leading 3-1 in the, I think, 88th minute, and then they conceded 2 goals and lost the game. So the problem has been most of the time that their defense isn't really that good structured, even though they have very, very good players in my opinion. And also from the points point of view, in Bundesliga they are 7th, which is probably not what they want. They probably want back into the Champions League next year. And in the Champions League they were very ambitious to reach the knockout stages. So the next question are my thoughts on City's season so far. And to be honest, I can't really complain. I mean, I think every City fan can't really complain about the season so far. We are through to the knockout stages in the Champions League. We did what we have to do, so it wasn't very pretty at times, especially the Lyon games, and the first game against Hoffenheim also wasn't probably our best game, but it doesn't really matter as long as we are through to the knockout stages, and let's hope we can go farther as last year. And in the Premier League, I don't think we can complain either. We only drop points at Anfield, which you can definitely drop points at. It was probably the most scariest game in the season so far, playing away at Liverpool, and we get a draw, even though Mahrez should have scored the penalty. But it is what it is, and then we drop points on Saturday, but that also doesn't really matter. It wasn't our best game, but KDB and Aguero were injured, so we didn't play with the strongest team we had. So I'm definitely very happy with the Premier League season so far. I can't really complain. So the third question anyone wanted to know is who has been the best City player this season so far. And I have to say I think Mendy was probably one of our best players this season so far, because if him and Kyle Walker are both in the team, we are in the attack probably the best team in the world. They are so dangerous. It's so amazing to play with 2 fullbacks who are such good in the attack. It's just absolutely incredible. But the best player so far this season has to be David Silva. He's been carrying us since KDB is injured. He's scoring goals, he's making a lot of assists, he's just absolutely outstanding. He's probably playing his best season ever in a City shirt. So I have to say David Silva. He has been absolutely incredible this season so far. Okay, the last question isn't really about the game. It's on the Raheem Sterling situation. And I have to admit, as a German living in Germany, I don't get to read that much British media. But of course, I've seen the posts on Twitter or Instagram or wherever. And in my opinion, it's just absolute nonsense to judge people due to their religion, where they come from or how they look. I think racism has to stop, but it probably won't stop. And it's been such a long ongoing process. And still we're in the 21st century, and still there are people judging other people due to their color, and it's just, in my opinion, it's just absolute nonsense. But you can't really do something against it. But yeah, and I've seen the 2 posts from Raheem on Twitter, or was it Instagram? I think it was Instagram, where the British media reported about Foden buying a house for his mom and Tosin Adarabioyo buying a house for his mom. And basically on Foden's post they said like, young British footballer buys his mom a house, and on Adarabioyo's post they said like, young British footballer splashes out £2 million to buy a house even though he hasn't even started a game in the Premier League. And it's just typical, it's just typical, and it's absolute nonsense. You should never judge anybody due to anything. But yeah, like I said before, we probably won't change it. It would be so awesome. The world would be such a better place without racism, but it's so hard to stop. Yeah. Let's get back to the positive things. Let's hope we will win tomorrow. Would be nice to end the group with a win. And let's hope we can win at home at the Etihad. Come on, City.